Dreams. Everyone has a dream. It can be small, it can be a big dream. Some dreams are easy to achieve and some are really difficult. So let me start by asking a question. How many of you dream to become really successful in life? Almost everyone. So my next question is, how do you achieve this? How do you convert your dreams to reality? Is it easy or is it difficult? So before I get to this answer, just want to ask one thing. Anyone in this auditorium needs 2,000 rupees? Okay, can we have that student, please? Can you come on the stage? What's your name?
Pushkar.
Pushkar. So let's have a huge round of applause for Pushkar, because Pushkar has just won 2,000 rupees. That's for you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Pushkar. Surprised? What happened just now? This was not a gift. This was an opportunity that was there for everyone. Okay? Pushkar took initiative and grabbed that opportunity. So, dreams become reality when intentions turn into actions. So take initiatives. That's the first lesson I learned. Now that I have all your attention, and I hope everyone will listen to me now carefully. So let me share with you an incident that actually changed the way I think and helped me realize my dream. When I was young, I was exactly like you. After my school, I completed my engineering degree. After that, I entered into a corporate job, like anyone. Worked there for almost 8 years, and also got a doctorate degree. But something was missing. Something was amiss. I was not fully satisfied with what I was doing. There was some lack of fulfillment that was there. I was not getting clear on what is the purpose of my life. So 4 years ago, I took a small decision. I thought I'll take a break and go and explore what else I can do in life and where else I can contribute. So as a child, I was very fascinated with villages. I've heard a lot about them from my parents, elders, in news, TV, movies, but I've never been to a real village. So I thought, let me take a plan, create a plan, go and visit these villages, try and experience what is the kind of life people live there. So I created an itinerary to visit over 15 villages over 2 months. I planned to stay at least for a couple of days in each of these villages, just to understand their life at a deeper level. The journey was really amazing. The kind of experience I got by experiencing different cultures, different livelihoods, was an awesome experience. I was really surprised the way I was welcomed in each of these villages. Even though I didn't know them, they took an extra mile, an extra step to make me feel comfortable. I was really touched by the kind of humble nature they had, honesty and simplicity, the way they live. During this journey, I visited 2 villages, which actually helped me realize my dream. So I'll be sharing with you that story, the tale of 2 villages. These villages were Shampur and Lalpur. Shampur was a small village in Hapur, near Uttar Pradesh. It has almost 1,500 people living there, mostly dependent on agriculture and allied activities. When I reached this village, there was a workshop going on. And this workshop was on how to make cakes, pizzas, and burgers. Surprised? I was surprised as well. I was thinking, how come you have a workshop of how to make cake, pizzas, and burgers in a village? I somehow have always associated village with farming. or something else similar to farming. So I asked this group of women who were undergoing training that why are you learning this? There was an absolute silence for a moment. And then this one woman stood up and said, what do you think? Only the people in cities have the right to cut cake on their birthdays. Don't we have that right? Don't we have that expectation? Don't we feel like cutting cakes on our birthdays? What if we don't have bakeries? We will learn it and cut the cake as well. I was actually taken aback by this answer. And with this question of mine, I think everyone got offended there. And everyone got together and started singing a song. The song was like, we are the women of Shampur. We are not less than anyone. And we'll make our village proud and we'll make this village the best village in India. Please don't underestimate us. I really felt apologetic about it. That why did I ask this question? There were almost like goosebumps all over my body when they were singing. I even recorded that sequence. And after the song got over, I apologized to them and said, I'm sorry for what I've done, but tell me if I can help you in any way. So another woman stood up and said that I would like to learn internet. And I did that mistake again of asking her why. And this woman, and I was expecting an answer that she would say that I would like to learn new technology, I want to upgrade myself, I want to learn new things. But the kind of answer I got was totally different. What she said was that she said, I have 2 kids in my home, and both of them use internet on mobile phone. And when I asked them, beta, what are you doing? They say, Mama, you won't understand, leave it. She said, I want to learn internet to make sure they're not doing anything wrong. And I also want to show that I can learn as well. I was really moved by this answer. This is the most honest answer I could hear from anyone. And to confess in front of all of you, I used to do the same before that. But after this, I promised her that I'll get back and do something for this. And I continued my journey to the next village, the next stop, Lalpur, approximately 10 kilometers away from Shampur. When I reached there, there was another workshop happening. Almost 60 women were there, and they were learning how to make pickles and pappers in the village. When I started interacting with them, I realized people were not happy there. Most of the women were complaining about the local organizations and the government working out there. They were complaining about people promise a lot, deliver nothing. They were complaining about not much work being done here. They were complaining about problems not being solved here. And I was trying to explain to them that this is your own village. You have to take initiatives as well. Until and unless you take care of your own problems, these people will not be able to support you. So first of all, you understand what problems are there and solve them on your own. They were not ready to listen. I was surprised with the contrast I observed. There was one village at one point, Shampur, where the women were so progressive, and at one point we had a village, Lalpur, where people were complaining so much. I mentioned this to them. I mentioned to them about the women of Shampur, and they really got offended. And they said that you're making things just to convince us. So I said, no worries, I will show you a video. So I picked up my laptop, opened up in front of them, and played that clip, the song that I recorded in Shampur. It was just a 2-minute clip. Everyone watched it carefully. And once the song was over in 2 minutes, some of the women stood up and said, just give us 10 minutes. I was wondering what these people are up to and what they will do in 10 minutes. But to my surprise, the women of Lalpur composed a song for their own village. And they said that we will sing this song and you have to record it as well. I said, okay. So these women created a song for themselves, for Lalpur village, sang that, and once the song got over, they promised. They said that we promise from now on, we will not complain. From now on, if these organizations help us or not, we don't care, but we will try and solve our own problems. I was shocked. I was shocked that what happened just now. I was trying to convince them for almost 2 hours, but no one was listening. And the moment they saw this 2-minute clip, everything changed. And some time later, I realized that when people see people like themselves doing something great, they believe they can do it as well. I was an outsider to the village. They could not relate to me. But the moment they saw people in similar attire as them, speaking similar language as them, they could relate with them. And they felt they can do it as well. I thought, and this was the tipping point of my journey in life, I thought if this small 2-minute connection can change such a behavior, what will happen if we connect these two villages over internet for a sustainable period of time? And we thought of doing it, but it was not easy. We have to bring in technology to a place where people do not relate to it. We can't do that mistake again of bringing a foreign object into the village and people don't using it. We wanted it to be used by people who do not know how to read and write. So we, instead of changing people for technology, we changed technology for people. And we humanized technology and created something like this. This was a touchscreen kiosk without keyboard and mouse with a simple graphical user interface. And you're wondering why this is in the shape of a tree. This is in the shape of a tree because tree was an inherent part of the village. People could relate to it. It was introduced as a wish tree or a kalpvriksh into the village. People accepted it like anything. And we started the connections. People took ownership of it. The two villages got connected, and the women group started using it for different purpose, for medical facilities, for connections, for agriculture advice, for education, for talking to each other, learning new things, and what else. But I would like to mention the most important thing that happened, the best impact I could think of. As I'm from medical field, I could sense there is some problem in the village. So on the way back to my home one day, I contacted a doctor from Ghaziabad who was a cervical cancer specialist and asked her if she can talk to the women over internet and understand what the problem is. She said, I just have 5 minutes because my patients are coming. I have a lot of appointments, so I can just give 5 minutes. I said, okay, just give me 5 minutes. When we started this connection, this 5-minute connection went on to become almost like 1.5-hour connection. And after that, this doctor went to village in 2 weeks, conducted a workshop and screening of women, and almost 8 women with very early stage cancer got diagnosed. All got treated. Just imagine, the connection that was supposed to be 5 minutes saved lives of 8 people. What else it can do? There have been many stories that happened after that. And this model went on to become one of the premium models now, and it's connecting different villages together in different states of India. This was just one journey that I took in the quest to understand life, in quest to explore myself. But in this journey, my dreams got connected. I just want to tell you one thing, that when we start realizing that we want to help others and we want to contribute others, the life is a different ballgame altogether. We are always in a situation where we always compete. We have heard about survival of the fittest. We've heard about all the things, but we always compete. And that's why we are confused, we struggle. But the moment you start thinking, how can you contribute? How can you give back? How can you help people? You start focusing from a different perspective. The competition is gone. And you start thinking, how can you do your best? And the moment you start thinking, how can you do your best, world is a better place to live. In the end, I would like to say, believe in your dreams. Follow your dreams. Dreams do come true. Help others connect their dreams. and you will connect yours. Keep connecting dreams. Thank you very much.